I am live. I'm going to shake up your speakers at home by adjusting my microphone. Sorry about that. This down here. I'm going to look. It's close enough. Take this little guy off. Like I'm selling stuff, which I am. Hey, if you're wandering the internet and ran across this video, just know that it is part of a live session related to jollyrogerukulele.com, and you should go there to get your resources first before listening to the video. And if you are going to listen to the video, you're probably just fine fast forwarding up 5-6 minutes ahead. That's when the lesson will actually begin. I'm going to go post the link to this onto our website. And in the meantime, you will sit there awkwardly waiting for me to get started if you don't fast forward. Here, link to join. Link to join. Command V. Link. Edit. 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 Open a new window. Update. And update. So that should get us going. Get a few more people wandering in here. I'm looking a little bit bright today. I think I better close those curtains down. Let me go make sure that this link is working properly. And guys, if you're logging in, let me know if you can hear me all right. See, yep, that's going in the right location. There's the live stream. Maria's in. Love the new digs. Yes. Oh, wait. Come on, Marie. Sound like a spring chicken to me. Let me close this drapes. It's kind of bright. There, look like me. Got the wrong shirt on today. Forgot to put on a good one. So you got this goofy thing. Let's see. Hey, Lindy. I can hear you really well. You can hear me really well? Nice. Got a $100 ukulele today. I want to see how it flies. Got the fret wires are just sticking out like. We'll see if I survive today. Looks great. I look great. The back, it looks kind of cool back there, right? Finally got some baritones hung back up, and I got pretty full line of tenors back there. We've got way too many concerts over here. Soprano wall's looking a little weak. Been selling a bunch of those. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. We made it through the weekend. Diane made it through. Oh yay! How exciting! Yeah, these alien ukuleles right there. They come in blue, silver, green, and glow in the dark. So of course you never sell any of the blue, silver, and green because you always sell the glow in the dark ones. And Diane and her buddies picked up one for a friend of theirs, and I got it all set up for them this weekend. And that's delightful to hear, Diane. That makes me happy. It's super fun. They're very fun to play. That's for sure. Hey, Lanny. Looking good and sounding good. Looking iffy. Sounding okay. Hey, Jerry. Welcome back. Phyllis. Beautiful Richmond Hills, Ontario. Glad you're here today. Michael. Burke is here, not Michael. Michael, what's Mike up to? Let's see. Sarah. Hear from you. Sarah, this is your first live lesson? Where the heck have you been? Goodness sakes. Glad you made it, Sarah. You've been busy being you, right? Well, so here's what when it's your first live lesson, we have to use you as the example of everything wrong in society. So just plan on getting a ribbon today, Sarah. Glad you're here. Let's see, Terry, again from beautiful, the heart of downtown Denver. Cat in from Happy Ukulele Monday, right? Every day is a happy ukulele day. We're gonna have a happy week this week, as I I watched some pretty astonishing videos and movies and documentaries over the weekend, and I was like, man, oh man, I was not the this world has no resemblance whatsoever to what I thought I was living in. So I needed to cheer myself up. So we're gonna have cheery songs this week. Let's see, checking in from still camping, Christine. Good for you. Canoe, playing your ukulele. Don't play your ukulele in the canoe because it ends up in the bottom of the lake or flowing down the river, right? Because you drop it. Let's see. Pauline is in here. Linda made it in today. Evelyn in from beautiful South America. Brandon, 3LB. Three little birds. I was like, hey, I didn't know you do little birds. How the heck do you do those? That's cool. That's pretty cool, Brandon. You are a technical guru. Let's see, Gary, welcome in. Is your buddy that's sitting next to you? Let's see, Pat, new here from Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Glad you're here, Pat. So, Pat, we are starting, kind of walking in the middle of the month-ish, and we've been at an intro program, obviously, for the last couple of weeks. So, if it feels a little overwhelming on your first lesson in, you might go back and go to the Jolly Roger Ukulele Orchestra.com website, not an orchestra, jollyrogerukulele.com site, and click on the archive page, and that will have all of the background lessons in case, if you feel overwhelmed. You may even walk in and be like, yeah, I totally know what he's doing. I don't even know why I wasted my time on him. But if it feels a little overwhelming the first day, it's a good idea to go back and listen to a few. The intro program, which includes Yankee Doodle, for example, we've been running that since the first of the month. I try to start that over at the first of the month. So just know if you feel a little overwhelmed, you may need a little background material. If you settle in here and you're like, yep, I totally get it, then you're awesome, right? So glad you're here, Pat. Welcome in. I think you might be. Well, Kat's in Texarkana, so that's close to Arkansas, right? So I don't know. If we have anybody else from Arkansas yet. Elizabeth in from beautiful Weld County. Renee is in from Denver. Linda is in from Sonoma, California. So exciting. Isn't this exciting, you guys? Chris is in from Denver as well. Gail, happy Monday to you. Laurel, another manic Monday. It's a happy Monday, Laurel. Karen is in. Barbara, happy Monday to you, Barbara. Jerry, hi. Red in upcoming. You getting your eyes worked on, Red? Ugh. Well, I guess it's sort of normal these days. It's not like you will go in and go, and that's it. It's no big deal anymore. It's kind of scary. Hot Springs, my daughter. I was in Arkansas one time when I was a little boy. That's what I know about Arkansas. We saw a snake. That's what I remember about Arkansas. We saw a snake. Patricia, Patty's in. Ready to rock. You're playing blind. Red. Oh, you already had the surgery. Eek. My goodness. I'm glad you're here. Jacqueline, happy week to you. Q is in the house. Welcome in. And Gary, hi from Diane too. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Diane. All right, Gary. Thank you. I was worried maybe you would. You're up there in. There's a lot of lakes up there, and when Diane doesn't show up, I'm worried maybe something happened to her. Canoeing accident, right? Try to get along, Diane, Gary. Okay, so we actually have a fairly straightforward day today. So let's run through Yankee Doodle. We'll have a few announcements. Then we'll talk Three Little Birds. In the middle, I want to talk a little bit about. Summer Institute, Global Institute. I changed the name. Tonight, we have a lot of stuff to go over tonight, and I'm starting to freak out just a little bit. So let's have a lovely day today. Our goal for the week, Monday through Friday, during the day, is just to be happy. Just play nice, pleasant tunes. Just enjoy our time here. We got enough tragedy and chaos going on around, so we don't need to. Let's pretend for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour, whatever amount of time you can contribute, that things are great, right? So let's talk Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle is not a song that you thought when you bought your ukulele, you were like, I'm finally going to be able to play Yankee Doodle. The reason I teach this in my intro classes is most Americans know it on some level or another, and it actually has some really beneficial teaching tools hanging around in here just waiting for you to meet them, and it will give you a whole bunch of just experience as an instrumentalist with C chord, F chord, and G chord. That's it. And everything kind of works together with that. And what's fun about it is there's the singing level, which is pretty straightforward. Then the melody playing creates a whole new way of thinking about positional playing. And then when you get into the tough act section, or tough uke, I can never remember what I'm talking about. When you get into tough uke line, there's actually plenty of material in there for if you are newer and you're just trying to get your fingers to cooperate. Really, really nice piece of music there. So, hey Jim, hey Vicky, glad you're here. Okay, so Yankee Doodle. Let's go grab our chords. First chord's a C. Okay, ring finger, 3rd fret, 1st string. Make sure, guys, those of you who haven't been around and heard this 1,000 times, ukulele is sitting at a 60-degree angle. It is not sitting over here. It's sitting up here. This is where your ukulele lives. It's uncomfortably close to my nose here. And then my thumb is hanging out. You can't see my thumb because that's where you're supposed to keep it. And it hangs out right behind my middle finger. Wherever my middle finger is, that's where my thumb is going to be. You don't ever want to see your thumb. Okay. Here's how you know if people have taken the wrong kind of ukulele lessons, or here's how you know if people have taken ukulele lessons from guitar teachers. This is what you'll see. You'll see that. Okay, makes your life way, way, way harder. And so just talk yourself into trusting me. Just if there's one thing you would trust me on, where your thumb goes. If you do this, this is going to make your life down the road so much easier. Promise. Okay, money back guarantee. All right, C chord. Beautiful. That's our home base. Next chord that comes up is a G chord. Now, a lot of times we say, oh, well, G chord's next, and then we make the G chord, but we don't often talk about how do you get to a G chord from the C chord. Lead with your index finger. Index finger goes down first. Middle finger goes down second. Ring finger does a little bop like that. Okay? To get back from G chord to C chord, ring finger drops. These two go away. So just be thinking, well, a lot of times people get stuck getting their G chord on because they haven't really come up with a great strategy about how to get that done. And so just lead with your index finger, boom, 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 and it's there. Okay? And then you go back to C. Okay? Other chord, let's hear the G chord. Sounds nice. Okay? Next chord on your paper will be a F chord. You're going to come from a C chord to F. Again, lead with your index finger, then add your middle finger as you're losing your ring finger. Okay, that's your F chord. F chord is going to go to a G chord in this song, and so you're like, well, how do I get there from here? Again, middle finger's coming up out of the way, index finger's leading to where it needs to get to. Middle finger drops down, ring finger pops on. That's the method. That's the method. Okay. And I think that's all of the motions we need to make. So if you're newer and you're playing chords and you just can't keep up, it's probably because you haven't spent enough time strategizing how to get from one chord to the next. You know what the chord looks like once you finally got it on, but getting it on is always sort of a bit of a mystery. And I like you to chase your index finger. Probably 95% of the chords, you're going to put your index finger down first, and then your other two fingers will pop on, and you'll be a little bit faster that way. Okay, Yankee Doodle. I'm going to sing. We don't sing around here, and so when I do sing, it's sort of a catastrophe. First note's this. I got no hope of hitting that, so let's try it. Yay, yay. We'll go with that note. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called him macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle, dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Okay. Now, Now it's just basic thumb down. Okay, let's now take this index finger. Don't take this one. Take yours. the front of your fingernail is pointing toward the ground. Make sure, I see this happen a lot, where people will take their fingernail and it's actually facing up here, and then your fingers get stuck between the strings and you can't do it if you can't strum effectively. So your nail is actually pointed toward the ground, basically. Okay, down. You put your C chord on. Okay, down, and then when you come back, you use the pad of your index to make that stroke. Right, so down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Most of the work comes from my wrist, okay, not my elbow. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a let me start again. I can't do that. Okay. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle, candy. Mind the music and the step, and let the girls be handy. Okay. That's a lot more energetic type of strumming. You'll notice with me when I'm playing, I'm always thumb down. I'm kind of trying to take the energy out because I want to be in charge of the tonality. But when you're playing with this type of strumming activity, you get a lot more energy, a lot more excitement, a lot more fun. Okay, and then of course when you go to the strum along, somebody there will say, "What's the strum pattern for this song?" As if there is a strum pattern for all songs. And somebody will say it's down, down, up, down, up, and you go down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Okay. And you can mess around with that. That is a waste of your time as a ukulele instrumentalist, but it's super fun to talk about, super fun to do. You end up spending more time thinking about, am I on a down or an up, than you spend thinking about making the song come alive with some deep pathos and meaning that that the forefathers of American history would have appreciated. You're thinking down, down, up, down, down, and that's not. I don't know. I find that to be not musical, but that's the way a lot of us get taught. Next thing is your four-finger pluck, top on the above the G string, below the C string, below the E string, and below the A string. Okay, try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle, dandy. Mind the music, and the step, and with the girls be handy. Okay, that was double timing. Okay, just every other beat type thing. You can do it every beat. Yankee Doodle went to town, or Yankee Doodle went to town. So all of those are options for you. Last option is the one, you're in 4, right? The song is a 4/4 song. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or another cool 4 pattern is to forget the top string, thumb, index, middle, and on the bottom 3 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, index, middle. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle, dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Okay, so that's the arpeggio picking, and I spend all my time trying to talk you into doing that. And that was 1 pluck per beat. Okay, another fun way to just really make the song sound like you're doing something fancy when you're not is to do at least 2 plucks per beat. In which case it would. Let's see if we try it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. So again, we're only playing those 3 chords, right? The 3 basic chords you get in, in the little hotel class when you go to Hawaii, and they say, "Come to the lobby and play ukulele with us." They'll teach you those 3 chords, and then mostly they'll have you strumming. But you can take that all the way to that level where you're actually doing some fancy picking down here and just holding the chords, and then the melody's coming out of your face, and you can have a great time, and you sound really like you know what you're doing, when maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know what the heck's going on, right? So all of those pieces and parts work together when you're singing. Of course, as you can tell, I should not be singing, and most of you shouldn't be singing. And so we start singing. All right, how do we get the ukulele to do the singing for us? And that's where we go to the ukulele melody line. Now, you guys are at this point, I'm figuring, you got tablets you're reading down. We know this is always, if it's a 1, it's here. This is a 2, this is a 3, and this is a 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just got to find which string I'm on and pluck that string. The interesting thing about Yankee Doodle is it gives you a very, very big question right off the bat. Your first measure is 3, 3, 5, 7. And so your first note's here, your next note's here, and your next note's way down here. So playing that first section in first position doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Right? What if we played it in third position? Okay, index finger on 3, middle finger on 4, ring finger on 5, pinky finger on 6. Now I can play that whole first measure with one little tiny modification. My pinky's just got to jump up to 7. So instead of starting in first position and running out of fingers, what I'm going to do is start in third position. And I'm going to play that in this song all the way down into measure 7. By the time I get to measure 7, then the song finally drops down into first position, and then my positional playing will drop down here. But so this is the strategy portion of when you're playing melody. Let's say you're going to play a duet with a friend, and they're like, "Hey, I want to play the chords, and I know you know how to finger pick." That's what everybody calls it. I know you know how to finger pick. So what? And you say, "I absolutely do." And you come and you pull up to a song like this, and you say, "All right, I'm going to work it from third position, because that whole first section I'm going to be all up in here, and I want to minimize how much jumping down the fretboard I need to do." Okay. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Kari. All right. So let's give it a try from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 7, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 2, 3, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 0, 2, 3, 3. Now I'm in first position. 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2, 3, 3, 0, 3, 1, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 3, 3, 2, 5, 3, 3. Couple thoughts. one, by playing it in third position, I did end up having my pinky had to jump all the way down to 8, but that's a lot more doable than if you're here and then you got to get your pinky down here and pull your whole hand away from that. So be thoughtful as you are as melody players. Where is the melody going? Where is the best place for my hand to be? And then you spend a lot of time picking out what position you're in by where your index finger is going to land. So in this case, third position makes a lot of sense for the majority of the song. The second thing, I never really thought about it, but it's come up a few times when I'm teaching teachers, is without even thinking about it, I immediately started singing the numbers rather than the words. And if you are a teacher out there or you're going to show somebody how to play this, it is a really helpful thing for them cognitively. Instead of singing the lyrics, you sing the numbers. And that way, your student is like, oh yeah, I'm on that same 3, right? Because if I'm singing Yankee Doodle and you're trying to and you're looking at the line going 3 3 5 7, and I'm singing Yankee Doodle, I'm super proud of myself because I'm singing the song, but I'm causing this. You're needing to convert that in your noggin. Yang means 3, ki means 3, do means 5. Means 7. And so just when you are, if you are teaching somebody to do this, sing the numbers, and then that helps them know instantly that they're in the right place. Okay. Playing in the car returning from, oh, Mike. Okay. Wife is driving. All right. Tell your wife we love her. All right. Isn't this a crazy world? You can sit on your phone in the middle of nowhere playing ukulele. From YouTube. All right, one more time. Let's go through it a little bit faster. Let's see if you can knock it out. Okay, be ready for that 8 that sneaks in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 3 5 7 3 7 5 3 3 3 5 7 3 2 3 3 5 7 8 7 5 3 2 3 0 2 3 3 0 2 0 3 0 2 3 3 0 3 1 0 3 0 2 0 3 0 2 3 0 3 3 2 5 3 3. That's it. Okay. I'm going to learn not to eat almonds right before the broadcast. I'm about to die. If I knock over dead while I'm playing, just know I went out happy. Okay? All right. Yankee Doodle. You know your chords. You know how to play the melody. You got a friend. Go get him. Sit him down. Say, here's C chord, here's F chord, here's G chord. You guys play this until you're so sick of being an American that that's what it is, right? That you can play these wonderful duets, switch off between those two, talk them into playing the melody, and then you can do all these fun little arpeggio patterns and all this stuff. You can turn something very basic into something really fancy, and that's the one thing. I try to talk my students in Denver into doing this all the time. None of them cooperate with it. They just want to know what the next song is. What's the next song we're working on? What's the next song we're working on? But if you took a relatively basic song and turned it into brought all of your skill set and just threw it at it like you just threw up skills all over Yankee Doodle, you can end up with a really, really fun little tune that incorporates a whole lot of instrumental skill on it, and without having to work that hard. So there you go. Last piece of the puzzle is the tough uke line. Notice on this one, I got a big old chord on the first beat of every measure. Okay, and that's not uncommon when I'm doing arrangements. I love to have a chord on that first beat of the first measure. It just helps get you set up for the rest of the measure. And as you know, sometimes the rest of the measure can be a nightmare. But if we can get a nice, beautiful chord on the first beat of the measure, then we know where we are. We're like, Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, right? So that first beat, man, it helps us kind of stay anchored in with where the song is moving, and that's exactly what we've got going on here. Okay. Again, I'm going to go ahead and start in third position. Instead of grabbing my regular C chord, I'm going to use my index finger. It makes it a little bit easier to play the rest of the measure here. Okay, let's walk through it. Really, we'll walk through everything, and then we'll go back and play. So nice big C chord. Then you're going to hit 3, 5, 7. Another C chord, and then you're going to go 7, 5, 3. Now, here's what's happened. This 3 is on the second string, right? Okay. You could just have covered both of these two, and you still get a C chord, and then you don't have to do anything. Or if you're like, no, I want to have that E string open in the beginning, I can jump up and cover that as a melody note. But you could cover it with both. Okay, so play it right. But anyway, you can cover both threes. That's also a C chord, kind of fancy. Okay, measure 3, another C chord, 3 5 7, another C chord, and then you jump to your G chord. Okay. Next thing is go back to the C chord, 3 5 7. I'm sorry. And then you have this nasty looking thing here at measure 6. Now, if you've been with me all the last couple months, this is no big deal. If you're brand new, this is like, what the heck is he doing to us? Bar on 5, 5 5 5. And remember, with tablature, we read it upside down. So you read from the bottom to the top. Okay, 5 5 5, and then 8 right there. Okay. Now let's talk briefly about this. Not tonight, but probably next week. We're going to have bar chord class in Summer Institute. You know what this is? This is a C chord. C chord. And then I slide it up 1 fret, 2 fret, 3 fret, 4 fret, 5 frets. Now it's an F chord. Okay. In the chord sheet up there, you got a regular F. But when you're playing tough acts, when you're playing chord melody, you got to use the melodies here. There's no way you can hold a regular F and reach down here. So you have to come up with a bar chord that's an F chord further up the neck. And that's what's going on here. Okay, you got that 5 5 5 8. And then you can either run your pinky back to get the 7 or put your ring finger there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And then you're already holding that 5 down. So just get rid of those fingers. Your bar is still there. Play that 5. And then look what's kind of funky is, and now I can go right into that 3 with my ring just like I want to be. And that leads me to my G chord. 302, 302. Lift up your ring finger, your middle finger to get the O, and put it back down. And then 2 C chords. Okay, measure 9, you got an F chord. 203. Use probably your ring finger to get the 2. And then open. Maybe your pinky, or maybe use your ring to get the 3, and then another nice F chord at 10. Ring finger to get the 2, pinky finger to get the 3. Go get your 003. Nice rest stroke. Make sure your thumb is resting on that first string. 031. 3 zeros. Rest stroke. 003. Again, rest stroke. F chord. Ring to get ring to get your 2, open. Something to get the 3, and then get the F chord. The 2, pinky to get the 3. Notice I didn't even lift up my ring finger. And just add your pinky. That helps keep the string ringing while you're getting ready to make the next note. O. Measure 15. You got to put a G chord on 023. Rest stroke on the bottom string. You're going to have to add your pinky to get that 3. Take it off. Add your pinky on the 5. And then make 2 C chords. Okay, ready? That's it. If you're next level player, you're playing that with this. Okay? That's what you're doing. Okay? I'm going to do a nice thumb because that's what I believe in. 1, 2, ready, go. Let your ukulele completely stop ringing before you take your cord off. How'd we do? Okay. Maybe not the song you thought you wanted to play when you bought a ukulele, but definitely a great song in terms of getting all of your tools kind of put together. Okay. How are we doing on time? Time to move on. That's it. That's good enough for today for introduction to ukulele. Hopefully you guys that are newer, it's making sense to you. Obviously, if you're struggling, for sure, go back and double check some of the previous videos to make sure. We started fresh with the intro program on June 1st. And so just check some of those videos since June 1st if you're struggling, right? And if you still are struggling after doing that, then send me an email and say, Gary, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'll say, you're the first person who has ever not understood what I was saying. Okay. All right. Vicky says, we're good. We're golden. All right. Three little birds. All right. Couple brief website announcements, advertisements, whatever you want to call them. Number one, I usually wear my Rocky Mountain Ukulele Orchestra t-shirt or polo shirt because we're fancy. I forgot it today, so I'm wearing a golf shirt. Swing with the big dogs is what it says. I don't know what is my problem. Second thing is on the website for tonight. We have a crazy amount of stuff to get done tonight. We're not going to get to all of it. We're running out of time. So what you want to make sure is that you've taken time, take a look back at what we did last week and make sure you're solid on that, because I know I will play through all that stuff as refresher and just making sure that I taught what I thought I was going to teach. So we'll play through all of that. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about in terms of key of C. Yankee Doodle was in the key of C just now, so we're going to make sure that the key of C, I need you solid as a player in key of C, because that's our home base. That's what ukulele does. It's better at key of C than just about anything. And so we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about what key of C means. If you haven't had music background, what is a note versus what is a key versus what is a chord? Those are confusing concepts, and so I want to clear that up for you tonight. We meet tonight at 7 p.m. in Mountain Time, so you got to check your schedule to see what time that is wherever you are. You guys know how to do that. And so just show up tonight. We have a super creepy lullaby to play. We have 3 songs in the key of C, one from 1867, one from 1920-ish, and one from 1980-ish. So we're covering a 100-year period, all key of C, right? So it should be fun. And let's see, what else are we're working on? Composing, being brave and playing something for your cell phone, right? Doing that kind of stuff. Let's get you out of your shell. Let's make sure you're okay with being ridiculous. I have to get up in front of this computer every single day, and believe me, not my thing, right? But here I am because we need to do it, right? We got to get everybody playing a little bit better, and you got some time on your hand probably. The other thing is, if you haven't subscribed to the website, give that some thought. It turns out that our member section is growing all the time. I'm just continually feeding all of the stuff onto that page and then making it disappear from our regular pages. And that's going to be the place. That's going to be the place to be. So, but give that some thought. It's $5 to join, and then it's $4, $2 a week. It's $2 a week. That's what it works out to be. That's pretty cheap. Okay. And in your hometown, you probably have a lot of music teachers. You probably don't have, you may be the best ukulele player in your town at this point if you've been hanging around here. And so the key is finding somebody to take you to the next level, because it's going to be challenging, because this is the top level. All right, let's move on. 3 Little Birds. In the key of F. Let's see, Lindy says, I have to say that it is the creepiest I have ever heard. It is a level of creepy that's hard to explain. We'll talk about it tonight. That's for tonight. I will tell you the story about Tilly Tilly Bomb. It's so creepy. It is so weird. All right, 3 Little Birds. Let's get away from the creepy stuff. Let's go on to the happy stuff. Bob Marley, reggae player, you know. Right now you probably have the flag hanging in your window, right? Because that's what we do in ukulele. We're in the key of F, so we know when we're in the key of F, we're probably for sure going to be playing that. We also know in the key of F, good chance B flat's going to be coming along for the ride. I like you to do a full bar in this, but if you only do this, that's okay. And if it sounds like this, that's okay too. Okay, it's going to sound like that in the beginning. Don't lose your mind. C7. Okay, and that's your three chords. Okay, the beauty of Bob Marley is he wasn't trying to impress anybody with his musical sophistication. Okay, he was trying to tell stories. He's trying to get people together, trying to celebrate life, and being a complex and deep musical person was not in what he was working on. And so when we get to a song like this, and I type it out and put it on sheet music, it's a little tiny bit disingenuous, but you also get a chance to get the song under your belt, and then you can go turn it into a reggae song if you want to. Okay, so we will break it apart just like we break apart all of the songs, and then we'll go through and talk about ways you could turn it into more reggae feeling. Okay, the other thing you should know is typically in reggae music, this is, I wouldn't say it's all your reggae music, but it is so normal to have a 15-minute introduction to a song, right? They just sit and they get that rhythm going and they're just playing and they're just making a bunch of cool sounds, and they'll go for a while. And then all of a sudden they jump into the song and play the song, and then they play, and after the song, then they again play just forever, right? And so a song like this, Three Little Birds, it's about a 30-second song, but they'll turn it into a 6-minute thing, right? Or 20 minutes, depending. And so I give it you. So what I had to do was, instead of, they have this big old long intro, and then they actually start with, the thing starts with singing, don't worry. That's how they start. And then they go into the bird story, and then they come back, and they'll go back and around and jump here and there, depending on what day it is. And I still need music to make sense from a paperwork perspective. And so I thought, as I have always done with this song, I always start with, woke up this morning, smiled at the rising sun. There were three little birds hanging outside the window. They were singing a song, and the song said, don't worry, singing don't worry, and goes on from there. So I put it kind of in backward order from the way it's typically sung by the reggae guy, by Bob, the reggae guy. And but it tells a little story this way. And I just find it easier for the whole thing to fit onto ukulele. Okay, so let's grab your F chord. Know that you have a C chord coming, and know you have B flats. Okay, when we get to the B flats, if yours sound like this, that sounds like reggae music right there. That's why you don't worry about it. Okay. The other thing you'll notice, when the chords and lyrics line, I put in tons and tons and tons of rests, and that's exactly how the band was singing. Woke up this morning. Okay, they don't go, woke up this morning, smiled at, they don't sing it that way. So you're supposed to sing it as a quarter note or a dotted quarter note, and then shoosh, while the instrument plays those rests, and then you come back in. So they were not sustaining the voice through this thing. So just be thinking of it as a little bit more staccato feeling than a lot of the songs that we do. Okay, it's 4 beats per measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Woke up this morning. 2, 3. 1, 2. Smiled at the rising sun. 3 little birds. 2, 3, 4. 1. Pitch by my doorstep. 1, 2. 1, 2. Singing sweet songs. 3, 4. 1. Of melody pure and true. 1, 2. Singing, this is my message to you. 3, 4. I knew my page turner wasn't going to cooperate. I just knew it. I could just sense it. Let's start at page 2, number 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strum, strum. Singing, don't worry. 1, 2, 1, 2, about a thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 'Cause every little thing for 1 gonna be alright. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Sing 2, 1, 2. About a thing. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 'Cause every little thing, 4, 1, gonna be all right. 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna go back to page 1. Okay, so what we're basically doing is talking about the birds for the first page. And then on page 2, this singing don't worry, it repeats twice. So it's A and then B, B is how that's going to go. And then you go back to the top. And the idea with reggae is because of the simple chord structure and a simple lyrical structure, the idea of going over and over and over and over and over and trying to just add something special to the rhythm in there and to just kind of get this almost mesmerizing repetition going. You can sing this all night long, right? And just going over and over and over. And it should be kind of pleasant to do, actually. Okay. Not listening to me sing, that's never pleasant. But if you are a good singer, you can really have a lot of fun with this. Now, so that's how the chords work. Nothing special there, nothing fancy. If you like to sing, you got a lot of opportunity to turn it into something. I'm busy counting the rest because I have a hard time knowing where to come in. But if you turn your eyes off and just feel it, you'll know. Your body will tell you, okay, now's the time to start singing. And a lot of ethnic music has this tendency, and we call it ethnic because we don't live there, but it's this Caribbean music, Hawaiian music, Mexican music, they all have this sort of, you just need to feel it. You'll know when, and you do. It's crazy. It's really exciting. All right, let's play the melody. Again, probably a song that's not necessarily meant to be treated as a classical piece, but we're going to treat it that way anyway. Okay, so we'll talk about the rest as we go through. Nothing very fancy here. Again, you're going to go up to 5, and I think there's one moment it jumps all the way up to 7, if I remember right. How come my pedal's not working today? Well, I think we'll run into it. I think there's one note that jumps way up the fretboard. Where are you? I don't know. I don't see it right off the bat. I thought there was. Maybe it's a different song as we're going to. All right, from the top, pay attention to your rest. The rest means something on this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. 3, 4, 1, 2. 4, 1, 2. 3, 3, 4, 1. 1, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. 4, 1, 2. 1. Rest, go, go. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1. 2, go to the top, 4, rest. 3, 4, 1, 2. 4, 1, 2. 3, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1, 2. 4, 1. 4, 1, 2. 1. Rest, rest, rest. 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, 3. Okay. Gonna be all right. So I'm busy counting, right? Only because I'm learning the song. I'm trying to figure out what notes I'm going to be dealing with. I blew that 8 every. That's the 8. That's the number I was looking for at measure 9. I blew it every single time we went through it. So that's an area where I'm going to work on. But the thing about this type of music is, yeah, you can count it out. You want to get it close, but that's not really how you want to do it, right? You want to feel it. You want to sense when those notes are coming. Some notes will be a little longer than others, and we don't pay overly strict attention to this written out format. The idea is, here are the notes. Those notes are correct. Then you feel how you want to do the song, and it may be different on the first repeat and the third repeat and the 23rd repeat of how long you make each of these. Woke up this morning, or it might be woke up this morning, right? So all of those possible things are there. The idea is you've got the notes, you got the basic rhythm, basic idea, and then now you're going to turn it into something that's meaningful to you. The beat itself, 1, 2, 3, 4, doesn't really change, okay? And in reggae, we tend to emphasize beat 2.5. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1. So we have a tendency to emphasize that 2 and beat in reggae. Now, again, that's something that if you're strumming and singing, it's super easy to do. Not super easy, fairly easy to do. But when you're deciding, hey, I'm going to tackle this as a instrumental piece, you probably got to spend a whole bunch of time trying to get your rhythm just a certain way where it makes you feel happy. And you don't have to follow the rules of reggae. There aren't any rules, but you're more worried about what other people think of your particular performance. Okay. All right. Now let's talk tough uke. Again, wrote the whole thing out, every possible thing that's going to happen in here. It's going to sound fine, right? And when you get all done, you want to have some pride that, yeah, I just played Three Little Birds, I'm playing reggae, and then go back through and try to get a little bit of heart into it. And so that's what we're going to be working on. The other thing that happens when you are doing the tough uke arrangement is those big old long moments with all those rests, you got to do something in those. And those of you guys that are working on getting from tough uke to full finger style, you are thinking, what am I going to do to be adding in extra notes and extra stuff in these moments of silence? And so that's what we want to do here. Okay, I went ahead and added in a bunch of stuff, but you don't have to add in the same stuff. Okay, so let's walk through the whole song and then we'll go back through and we'll play it through it twice. Okay, so F chord to start. That's that rest that starts off, and that's in this case, you're going to start that with a big F chord. 1, 3, 1, and then 2 F chords. Okay, bum bum. Okay, it's the 8th note on the first note of that measure. Woke up this morning. And I just put this in as a placeholder. Oh, one strum. Oh, smile. That's another F chord. At the 1 O, and then a nice open strum. Rising sun 003, and make sure again if you don't do your rest stroke, that sound comes out of your ukulele. You don't want that. Okay, that 0 is a placeholder, and then you got a nice C7 chord to start measure 5. Oh, 3 little, and then you're going to have a nice big 4-string 5th fret. 5, 5, 5, 5, pitched by my, and then 5, 6, 5, 7. That's this one. Door, step. Okay. Notice in the melody we're playing a 1, But because in tough uke, we have this B flat on this. By the way, guys, this is a B flat, and I'll show you why in just a second. Since we're holding that B flat, instead of playing the 1 like is in the melody, let's play the 6 on the second string, same note, okay? But then we don't have to move anything, right? Okay. That's when you start putting notes further up the neck on lower pitch strings. You do that because you don't want to be jumping here, then down here, then up here, and down there, right? You're going to miss, right? So you start looking for notes further up the fretboard. Now, there's the B flat you hate. Okay, we all hate that. Everybody hates that one, right? That's brutal. Okay, I like you to do it with a full bar. But if we started with an F chord, okay, we moved it up 1, it's an F sharp. There's a G. Look at that. Did you know that's a G? Okay, G sharp. There's a nice A sitting here, and right in front of the A sharp, or more popularly known as B flat. Okay, so that's what's going on at measure 8. Okay, those are those. Okay, and then you got 5/8. I'm going to leave my bar right where it's at and then just add my pinky on. I'll bet I get my 8 this time around. Okay, and then at measure 10, you got all 5s again. Okay, again, pinky on the second string, so don't let it forget. It's got to do this job. 2 5s to fill in those rests. Okay, measure 11, you got a nice F chord. 001. It's an F chord with your pinky. We've done this one quite a bit the last few months. Okay, F chord, pinky. That's melodies, and then you just lose your F chord. Pure and good. O, and then C7. O, singing. Now there's a plain old regular B flat. This is my mess. Now, probably pinky finger to get this 3. Edge to you. And again, when you see it, when you're holding the B flat and you see some 3s coming up, you're thinking pinky probably. But, try other fingers, figure out if one of those works for you or better than the other. But usually when you see a 3 and you're holding a regular B flat, you're probably going to tuck your pinky in there. Okay. All right. Let's move on to page 2. We've got an F chord at 17. Okay, that's going to be a half note there. Okay. You got 2 quarter note rests. Okay, I left it open like that because we're starting a new idea in the song. This is part 2 of the song. So, one, sing and don't. Okay, and I've heard him sing it as sing and don't worry. So I've heard him elongate sing, and I've also heard him sing elongate don't. Sing and don't worry. And so I was on your paper, it's sing and don't worry. But you can decide which has the most feeling to you. Okay, now measure, what are we on? 18. Got a F chord with the pinky again. And then you get to do a fun thing. There's the S. Okay, you gotta get there fast. Back. And then measure 19. 1, 0, 3, F chord. Measure 22. You go back to this B flat. Okay, F shape with a bar on 5. That's not going to be fun. Okay, and then you're going to do the top 3 strings. Gonna be, there's your middle finger down there. Be all, and then measure 24 is right. And then we repeat the exact same thing note for note. have normally we would put a C7 in there, but in reggae, it's interesting that when they do their turnarounds, it's very normal for them to turn around on the major chord it doesn't have that sense of excitement and grandeur like we usually put into music. It just, hey, we're on the F chord, we'll go right back to the F chord. So a little bit more casual approach to it. The second time through, you're going to play the whole exact thing, and you're going to play right through that repeat. In 33 and 34, I just took the last, it's going to be all right. I just stuck that in at the end. So measure 33, you're going to come in with... and we'll slow way down there. And the last chord is that bar on 5, pinky on 8. Okay, that's what we're after there. Let's give it a try. Top to bottom, I'm going to play it through twice. Okay? Foot pedal figured out that he's actually supposed to do a job today. Are we ready? See how reggae-ish I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the top. So that's kind of that's the basic effort that we're making there, right? And then the cooler you get it, the more you have it memorized, the better, the more uta that you can get into. That's the official term, the uta that you can get into it. The more reggae-ish it'll feel, the more fun it'll be, because people love to sing this song. And so if you can then turn it into an instrumental song with the same level of coolness as singing it, then you really got something. And so the notes are right, the basic structure of everything is right. Now you just got to go in and get some of the humanity into that piece of paper, and I think you'll have it. I think it's one of the nice things about, you take Yankee Doodle, where everything fits in nicely in a neat little box, and then you go to reggae where nothing fits nice and neatly into a box. And it's kind of a nice contrast between ways of playing and styles of playing that you can work on yourself and figure out, hey, which kind of a playing style do I like to, and you want to master them all, right? You can tell I got a long way to go to before anybody's going to confuse me with Bob Marley, but at least I've got a start. Right, so there's that. Let's see. A few people are asking some questions here. Cat, fun. Thanks, Gary. And let's see. Oh, I think she snuck out. I think that's what she was saying. Laurel going to take. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of work, but guys, there's nothing in here super technical. Yeah, so just getting some comfort level with just like you miss a few notes, whatever. Just go back and do it again. Do it 27 times until it starts to make sense. And it does make you smile. Let's see. All right, Renee, have a great day. All right, so that's it. That's what I got. Come in tonight, 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for Summer Global Institute, and we should have a big crowd tonight, and we're going to play so much music your fingers are going to fall off by the end of the night. And we got Tilly Bomb, and so you can learn the creepiest lullaby ever according to YouTube. And I have found a website with 18 creepy lullabies on it, so maybe this summer will be the summer of creepy lullabies. I haven't quite figured out how much work I want to put in on that, but there you go. Have a great day, you guys. That's enough for today. I will see all of you hopefully tonight or tomorrow. Have a great night. Oh, let's see who else is saying. Oh, have a great night, Chris. Yep. Let's see. Let's see, Renee. Oh, there's Phyllis. Have a great night, Phyllis. Gail. See you tonight, Gail. Laurel. Getting good at doing the melody when I miss a chord. Yeah, right. Heck yeah. You miss a chord, you miss a chord. Drop in, grab the melody, move on. Jump up, grab a melody line for a little ways, jump back down if you can. It's a great plan. Hey, have a great day, Chris. Elizabeth, thanks for being here. Patty, see you tonight. Brandon, be good. Karen, good to see you. Pauline, Jerry, Jacqueline, thanks. B flat is good. B flat worked for you today. See, they come around. B flat, right? B flat. This is your B flat. That's reggae for you. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Nobody's going to criticize you if you play reggae with that B flat. All right, guys. I'm going to kill the stream. Have a wonderful day. I will see some of you tonight and most of you tomorrow. Peace.